That is the number one way that you will constantly keep improving, that you will constantly keep on getting ahead of other people, of yourself. Like right now, I'm vlogging in public. People are looking at me. It's a little weird. Yo, what is up guys? Mao here. Fucking back, baby. We're fucking back, baby. You already know the vibes. It's Monday. Beautiful, beautiful day as always here in Medellin. I won't be here for too much longer, so y'all are gonna miss out on this view. But I'm trying to plan to go to Spain. I am going to Spain. I'm just trying to figure out where in Spain and where I'm going and when, but it's dope. It's gonna be dope, even though I love Medellin. And to be honest, it feels a little bit sad leaving here. I just fucking like it a lot and I feel super locked in. But I've always wanted to go to Spain and I think it's time. I think it's time for me to go to Spain. So I'm stoked about that. A lot of new exciting things. A lot of new exciting things happening right now. It's like I just got these linen shorts. Look at this. Look at these linen shorts, dude. The fucking clothes here in Colombia are such good quality and it's cheap. I got these pairs of shorts plus these other badass like swim trunks for 25 bucks total. Fucking insane, dude. And yeah, I got this shirt too. I've been like replacing my wardrobe. It's kind of funny because when I buy new clothes while I'm traveling, they're not gonna fit in my suitcase, so I end up like either donating or just getting rid of old clothes, which is kind of dope because you don't need that much stuff. And once something doesn't really fill you up anymore, like you don't want to wear it, then why have it around? You know what I mean? So get rid of the old shit, in with the new. And that is what I want to talk about today, because I want to talk about the number one thing that you have to do if you want to get ahead of everybody else, okay? Doing this one thing has allowed me to become who I am today. I would not be who I am right now if I hadn't done this one thing consistently. You don't just do it one time. It's a consistent thing that you do every single time that you feel stuck or you feel like there's more. You feel like there's more for you to grow, to evolve, but you feel stuck and you're faced with this decision, right? That maybe feels scary, or maybe you have a feeling that you want to do something, but deep down you're scared. But you have two options, right? You either do it despite it being scary and despite knowing that you're gonna go through uncomfortable situations and difficult times and it's not gonna be easy, or the other choice is to not do it and just stay where you've always been, right? So this one thing is to dive head first into your fears, into what scares you the most, okay? If you always do the thing that sounds the scariest, then you will always be growing and you will always get better and you will always be getting ahead of everybody else that doesn't do the thing that scares them and they just do the thing that feels the most comfortable in the moment, but they never actually grow. So let me explain what I mean by this. A few years ago, I've talked about this before too, I was in a relationship and the relationship was going great, okay? There was a moment where things were just fucking gravy, like everything was fucking awesome. And for my birthday, we actually went and did a shroom trip together. And we did these shrooms called the Golden Teachers. And teach they did, okay? Teach they did. During this beautiful mushroom experience with me and my ex-girlfriend at the time, I was literally on the floor the whole time. Like, I couldn't even get up. I was just like, ah, just fucking rolling around. Could not get up the whole time. And it was such a inward experience. It wasn't as like psychedelic in the visual sense. It was more so just psychedelic in the just deep soul. I felt so connected to the earth, to the ground. And during this trip, okay, I saw a woman's face. And in this woman's face, I saw all the women, all the girls that I had ever been with, including my current girlfriend, and including all the future women that I would ever be with. And it was just like the feminine energy, Mother Earth, everywhere, all encompassing. It was fucking beautiful. And it made me realize that this feminine energy that I loved and craved so much was all around. It was everywhere. It was literally everywhere. It was in every girl. It was in the plants. It was in the trees. It was in the air. And it made me realize that I was latching onto this person for that energy, when in reality that energy was everywhere. Okay? And coming out of this trip, it made me realize that I had to be on my own, that I had to be alone. Even though this was like the scariest fucking thing that I knew. I didn't want to be on my own. I didn't want to be alone. You know, it felt really good to have somebody to give me that energy, that feminine, motherly energy that I loved. And I knew that I had to be alone. So I'm the one that triggered the whole breakup process. And it was not fucking easy, okay? And I didn't know why I wanted to be alone. I just had a feeling that it was for my evolution, for my higher calling, for me to be able to step into who I was meant to become. But I didn't see why or how. And whenever I would start to lose her because I broke up with her, I would get super anxious and it's like I couldn't do it, right? But this basically ended up triggering just like a whole back and forth, which was very toxic or whatever. But regardless, that whole breakup process, once it was finally said and done, once I actually went through it, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because I was able to step into me, I was able to start traveling, I was able to finally feel good on my own, feel whole. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because I was able to step into me, I was able to start traveling, I was able to finally feel good on my own, feel whole. And it was through that pain that I was able to come out on the other side as a better person. But I'm the one that triggered this. I had this deep feeling and knowingness that I had to go through it, even though it was going to be one of the hardest and most painful experiences of my life to go through that. I just had this deep inner knowingness that it was what I was meant to do, right? And I think we all have intuitions like this of things that we feel we want to do or we feel like we need to do, like it's something we're supposed to do, but we're scared, right? It's like, man, I feel like I should do that, but I don't want to lose this. I don't want to go through that. It's scary, you know? I'm comfortable here, right? And this is just one example, because the next example of me doing this was before I quit my job. And before I moved to Colombia, which right now I'm here and it's all fucking good, it's all fine and dandy, but before you're about to quit your job, a high-paying engineering job, and you're about to book a one-way flight to Medellin when everybody's telling you that you're gonna die and that it's just drugs over here and you're gonna get kidnapped and fucking raped and murdered and like all this crazy shit, but deep down I felt like it was what I had to do for no logical reason, like besides the fact that I just wanted to do it and it felt right, but I was scared. Like when I booked my flight, I was scared. When the time was leading up to it, it was like the anticipation, like I was legitimately scared. But then I would think about the alternative, which was, okay, well, what if I just don't go? What if I just put myself in the situation of not going? Like, I would mentally put myself in that scenario where I stay. And that just felt so wrong. Like, no fucking way. Okay? So through that, I knew that I had to go. There was no other choice. I had to do it, even though it was scary. Okay? This is the same thing that happened to me with the relationship. It's the same thing that happened to me right before I quit my job. I knew that it was scary, but thinking about not doing it felt like completely the wrong choice. I would not be who I am today if I hadn't consistently done the thing that scared me the most. And I still do that to this day, even with small things. Like if I see a cute fucking girl laying in the park by herself, it's fucking scary to just go up to her and just say what's up. But if I hadn't done that the first day that I got to Argentina, I wouldn't have been there in Argentina dating this beautiful girl for like 4 months and finding all these other things out about myself and getting closer to God and all these chain of events, things that happen when you just always do the thing that scares you the most. It can be macro, like quitting your job, leaving a relationship, booking a one-way flight, or it can be micro, like going up and talking to a chick or riding a bike down a mountain, or I don't fucking know, like just doing shit that scares you, like going skydiving or going and talking to a group of people that look cool that you want to be their friends. Whatever scares you, do that thing. Or like starting a business, or like starting to post content online, or posting a piece of work, art that you made that is vulnerable and it's scary to share, but you do it anyways. These small, micro, and macro decisions to do the thing that scares you the most is how you grow, is how you get ahead of 99% of other people who are not willing to do things that are scary, who choose to stay comfortable instead of growing, instead of doing scary shit, okay? Because it's not easy and it doesn't feel good to do scary things. But that is the number one way that you will constantly keep improving, that you will constantly keep on getting ahead of other people, of yourself. Sure, you can compare yourself to other people, but really you just want to become a better person than you were yesterday, right? That's all that really matters. So if you want to make sure that you're always improving, that you're continuously growing, then every single time you're faced with a decision or you feel like you have to do something and you're not sure why and it feels scary, do that thing. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Those times when I went through that breakup were some of the hardest times of my life. But I came out of it on the other side so much better than I was before. And I somehow had a deep knowingness that that's what was going to happen if I did it. It was fucking hard. I'm not going to say it wasn't. And if you're dealing with a heartbreak, watch the fucking video that I made about how to deal with a heartbreak, because it's not easy. And I've been through a few of these by now to where I know how to manage it. But that doesn't mean that it's not hard, okay? And it doesn't mean that doing uncomfortable things or doing things that are scary isn't hard either. It will always be hard. Just like waking up every day to go run is never easy. But you do the things that are hard, you do the things that are uncomfortable, you do the things that scare you, because that's how you grow. It's a choice. It's a choice. You can literally make the choice to do what's hard because you know that it's for your evolution, it's for your higher calling, it's for you to step into who you're meant to become. And if you continuously choose the easy path, if you continuously choose the instant comfort and gratification, then you will never be happy. That was one of my favorite quotes, and it goes, "You will never find happiness on the path of least resistance." You will never find happiness on the path of least resistance. The least resistance is staying in that relationship. It's staying at your job. It's staying in your hometown where you always lived. It's not going out to run at 6 a.m. It's not posting content online. It's not doing all these things that are uncomfortable but are going to make your life magnitudes better. Okay? So if you want to get ahead of people, do this one thing. Constantly make the choice that scares you the most and lean into your fears head on. Dive into them hoes. Dive into them hoes. Alright? So, I hope this helps. I hope this brings you some light into your life today. And if you're contemplating a decision right now that you feel is right for you, but it's scary, then now you know. Now you know to do it, okay? So, much love, and yeah, baby. See you on the next video. And if you want my freedom blueprint to quit your job and start traveling online, click the link below. It's down there. Click the link below. All right, motherfuckers. Like, subscribe. Deuces.